Hello. My topic for today is about Ugas skills. Is it luck that he beat Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao has had that calves problem? Um, I think Ugas Ugas has the blueprint to beat Manny Pacquiao, and Ugas he knows what to do with Manny Pacquiao, and he's gonna get better in doing this. The next fight around, he's gonna be a better fighter, a better boxer. I don't think Manny Pacquiao will ever change. He can't change. It's the way he fight, and Ugas got his numbers way better than Marquez. Pacquiao did try to avoid Marquez because Marquez know how to deal with Pacquiao. And by moving up, he can avoid Marquez because they probably knew that Marquez would not be as fast as when he was in a lower weights. But Marquez just kept on hunting him, and they have no choice but to face Manny Pacquiao. And we all know what happened. So Marquez knocked him out, and it was no luck because even before the fight, Marquez posts videos in YouTube showing how he dealt with these, southpaw sparring partners, knocking them out. And all of the fans, Pacquiao fans, would just say it's just for show. But if you look at the videos of what Manuel Marquez did to those sparring partners, it's the exact same thing what happened to Manny Pacquiao. And what does it has to do with Ugas? A lot of similarities. Very very methodol methods, methodological. Very very uh, conserv- conservative. So, but the common thing is the right hand, the hooks. It was a hook that could be seen in a street fight. Comes from very wide angle, and the straight. No, not the straight, not the jab, but the cross. The cross is so straight. So their right hands were like it is delivered that it's not normal. So usually the fighters their their cross is normal. It's not totally curved. It's not totally straight. It's just like normal like this. But with Marquez and Ugas, their their cross is very very straight, as in straight like a guy who does karate. It's very straight, and their hooks are so curved, like you seen in fist fighting. And what else can I say about Ugas? Ugas's jab, the, the straight, is reminiscent of Goto's straight. It's very crisp, very crisp. And Manny Pacquiao doesn't have any answers with Goto's straight as well. And what's the difference between Ugas' style and many others who fought Manny Pacquiao? He likes to turn to Manny's power hand, which is the left. Most of the fighters try to go away from Manny Pacquiao's power hand. Cotto and Marquez does the same thing like Ugas, facing Manny Pacquiao's power hand. In that way, they could see it coming. And what else Ugas got? The high guard of Clary, in which Manny Pacquiao wasn't able really to do any good about it. But Clary never fought back, actually. So, but the combination of all this stuff is the blueprint in being Manny Pacquiao. And not only that, every time Manny Pacquiao goes to his same move every time, going to the opponent's left, Ugas is so fast in turning as well, facing Manny Pacquiao. So his timing is very good. And Ugas said it himself. We need to to break Pacquiao's balance. In order to break Pacquiao's balance, we must time him. And he was right. They always time Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao always is caught in a bad position. And his instinct is to either push push himself or get away from it. But any which way he'll do, he's in in an uncomfortable situation, and that gave him cramps. It's not that he's old. He's old actually, but it's not his age that gave him cramps. It's the way Ugas did to him. He was always Manny Pacquiao was always put in a very very uncomfortable situation, and he has to move from it in a very very uncomfortable way, and it put a lot of stress in his muscles, and that caused the cramps. So what do we see in this fight? We see that there's a blueprint already. After the Clottey fight, the blueprint is complete in how to beat Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather wasn't able to do anything about it. Ugas did it right all the way. And another thing that Ugas did is coming forward to Manny Pacquiao and keeping sure that he's not overexerting himself, or else he's gonna end up being countered, or else he's gonna end up like Manny is going to go in his on his left, same move every time, right? But he sees to it. Uga sees to it that he is always in a right distance, and every time Manny stops, he also stops. Because if you go for a kill, it's a trap. Same move every time, same trap every time. The blueprint is there, and Ugas naturally did it. Naturally did it, and uh, Mayweather could not do it. Thurman could not do it. A lot of the guys could not do it. Mostly could not do it. Most American fighters was not able to do it. The thing in common of people who timed Manny Pacquiao well were Latinos. Juan Manuel Marquez, Ugas, and Agapito Sanchez. They were very, very good in timing Manny Pacquiao. These fighters, they're not aggressive. They're very, very intelligent. And Ugas got Pacquiao's numbers. And Pacquiao is not gonna change anymore. He's gonna be the same guy. And Ugas had an experience already with Pacquiao. He's gonna make a little adjustment, and it's gonna end up worse next time around. But there is a tendency that they're gonna make money out of it. There is a tendency that Ugas is not gonna step on the gas and go for a win to have a third fight. So there's a tendency that it could happen. But I tell you guys, this is near the end for Manny Pacquiao, and he didn't evolve into a fighter that we should expect, like like Hopkins and Tony, Roberto Duran. They evolved into a very skillful fighter in the latter part of their career. Even though they lost much part of it, but you can see the beauty of their skills. And Manny Pacquiao, it's just the same move every time. It's not gonna change, and it doesn't have any. Now that it's already obvious how to deal with it, and he's not gonna change. There is not much of any excitement anymore in his fights, and I think this is the last years of Manny Pacquiao. If he's still gonna fight, and if he's still gonna fight Ugas, uh, as I've said, it's near the end for Manny Pacquiao.